solve problems involving discount and markup. Remember, a discount is a decrease in the price, and a markup is an increase in the price. So an exercise machine with an original price of $575 is on sale at 18% off. What is the exercise machine's sale price? So there's two different ways we can approach it. We can first find the amount of discount and then subtract to find the sale price. So let's do it that way first. So to find the amount of discount, we're going to change 18% to a decimal, 1800, and multiply it by the original price, $575. Using my calculator to multiply that out, gives me the amount of discount is $103.50. Now to find the sale price, I'm going to take the original price, $575, subtract the discount from it. Use my calculator to do that work for me. And I get the sale price is $471.50. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to think in terms of percents. If you save 18%, to figure out the percent you're paying for, you subtract 18% from 100%, and you have to pay for 82%. So, to find the sale price, we take the amount we have to pay for, 82% as a decimal, and multiply it by the original price, $575. When I do that, I get the same answer I had before, $471.50. It's just a little bit quicker because I took care of the subtraction first instead of subtracting second. Second problem. A music store bought a DVD set at a cost of $10. The store sold the DVD set. The percent markup was 20%. Find the selling price. So again, there's two ways we can do it. We can first find the amount of the markup by changing 20% to a decimal, multiply it by the wholesale price. So the amount of markup in this case is $2. So now to find the selling price, with a markup, we would add the amount of markup to the original wholesale. So the selling price would be $12. The other way to do this, again, is with percents, but because it's a markup, we're going to add to 100% because it's an increase in the price. So I add 120% as the price with the markup. So now to find the selling price, change that to a decimal. 1 20 times the wholesale price gives me the selling price is $12. Same answer, just arrived at using percents instead of adding the markup amount separately. Question 3. A $270 suit is marked down by 10%. Find the sale price. So now I'm just going to use the percent method. Because it's marked down, I would subtract 10% from 100% to figure out we're paying for 90% of the original price. Change 90% to a decimal, multiply that by the original price. Use my calculator to get the sale price would be $243. A music store bought a CD set at a cost of $20. When the store sold the CD set, the percent markup was 35%. Find the selling price. So because it's a markup, we would add to 100%. So they're really going to charge 135% of the wholesale price. Change that to a decimal, 1 3500 times the wholesale price. When I multiply that out, I get the price including markup would be $27, and that's the selling price. For question 5, the price of a tent was decreased 15% and sold for $76.49. Find the original price of the tent in dollars. So decrease means I would subtract from 100%. So the decreased price was 85% of the original. I know the amount they sold it for was $76.49. That's equal to 8,500 times the original price X. Divide by 8,500. Use my calculator. When I divide it out, 7649 divided by 8,500. I'm going to have to round because I'm getting a strange answer. So because we're dealing with money, it'd be $89.99 with rounding. Question 6. You have a coupon for an additional 25% off the price of any sale item in a store. The store has put a robotics kit on sale for 15% off the original price of 40%. What is the price of the robotics kit after both discounts? So let's do the first discount. So 15% off. I subtract that from 100%. So that means originally I'm paying for 85% of the original price. So with the first discount, I would multiply 8,500 by 40. Using my calculator to multiply that out. With the first discount, the price of the kit will be $34. Now for my second discount, I'm saving another 25% off the reduced price. So I have to pay 75% of the reduced price. So now I change that to a decimal, multiply that by the reduced price, and multiplying it out with the second discount applied, I would end up paying $25.50. A sign says the price marked on all music equipment is 30% off the original price. You buy an electric guitar for a sale price of $315. What was the original price? So 30% off means you have to pay for 70% of the original price. So you get the equation, 315 equals 70 hundredths times X. Divide by 70 hundredths. Use my calculator to divide it out. I get the original price is $450. How much money did you save off the original price? So if I now subtract 450 minus 315, I saved $135. What percent of the original price is the sale price? So I would divide the sale price by the original price. Using my calculator to divide that out, I get the sale price is 7/10 of the original price, which means I'm paying 70% of the original price. The cost of a New York Yankee cap is $24. The local sporting goods store sells it for $30. Find the markup rate. So to find the markup rate, I take the amount of markup, so 30 minus 24, and divide it by the original cost. So I'm dividing 6 by 24, which is 2,500, or 25% markup amount. Number 9, ski shop has a markup rate of 50%. Find the selling price of skis that cost the store owner $300. So markup, I would add to 100. So 100% plus 50% would be 150%. Change that to a decimal. Multiply by 300. So the rate, including markup, the amount would be $450. A show store has a markup rate of 75% and is selling a pair of boots for $133. Find the price the store paid for the shoes. So markup, again, we add to 100%. So it's 175%. As a decimal, 1 7500 times what the store originally paid is equal to the selling price, $133. Do an inverse. I get the original price is $76. That's the wholesale price. And our last example, the store's markup on a wholesale item is 40%. The store is currently having a sale and an item sells for 25% off the retail price. What is the percent of profit made by the store? So markup of 40%. I would add 40% to 100%. So it's 140% is what they originally charged. 25% off the retail price. I would subtract 100% minus 25% would be 75% of the retail price. So now I would multiply that 7,500 by the 140. And when I multiply that, I get 100, 1 and 500, which would be 105%. The store is making a 5% profit because they're over 100% by 5%. Hope this video helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.